G'day everybody and welcome back to Treasure Hunter Simulator, the Cognac Files. So, I'm pretty excited because in the last episode we found some absolutely awesome stuff with our upgraded metal detector, and I mean, quite honestly, we're finding awesome stuff now with the first upgrade. Imagine what it's going to be like when we get up to things like this, the Frankie ZD14. Wow, the stuff that we are going to find. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back to the Bavarian lake today, because this one here gives us a clue, a photographic clue as to where we will find this item. So we are going to head straight over there and we are going to look for this item. And that's the first thing that we are going to do. So we are going to accept this job. While searching through the history of the region, our researchers have found an old letter describing a pickelhaube helmet hidden somewhere in the area. After careful examination, we believe that we found a photo attached to this email that depicts the area where the helmet was hidden. If you are heading out to the lake again, we ask you to check the area shown in the photo. That's the Institute of Archaeology, Robin Hewitt, and this should bring our prestige up quite a bit, I am hoping. So we shall accept that, and in all complete and utter treasure hunter excitement, let's head to the Bavarian lake and see if we can find this item. I've got a bit of an idea on where it will be. I think it's going to be up the top of the hill there. If we go back into here and we just have a look in here at our jobs, I've got a feeling it's going to be the one up on the hill there that has that sort of behind that one. So I think that's probably where we're going to head first. If we do find stuff on the way, we are definitely going to stop and detect it. So we do need to come back to this area and sweep this area fully as well, because we haven't done this area yet, like right through there, up in those areas there, so, and up through right through that area as well. But we shall head along the path for starters and make our way up to there, purely because I really want to find this item. So then we will probably make our way back down the hill. Let's see, over this direction. Back here a little bit. There we go, it's around here somewhere. Right there. Come on, where were you? There we go. Perfect. Alright, there's a slight delay on the movement of the head of the detector, which is pretty realistic. I actually enjoy that. And if you haven't noticed, we are now digging 3. Are we? No, 2. It looks like, can't see anything in that hole. What is it? This looks like another piece of wood chisel, I think, by the looks of it. We already found one of these in the previous episode, so let's do a bit of an identification. It has some marks on there, doesn't it? Definitely a wood chisel, like a carving chisel perhaps. Come on, identify. There we go. This is the head of a cold chisel, a tool made out of tempered steel used for cutting metals as opposed to a hot chisel. This has been used to cut metal that is already cold. They've also been used for larger engravings, such as designations on large metal parts. This one is likely from the 1950s or 60s, a commonly manufactured tool of no significance. So it's worth $10. The difference between cold chisels and hot chisels are that I'm pretty sure cold chisels haven't been tempered. And tempering is a form, and correct me if I'm wrong, but tempering is usually a form of heating the metal and then cooling it down straight away, which actually softens the metal a little bit. So you can see the little curve in there. We can't zoom in, but you can see the little curve. there, so that chisel is actually curved for engraving, so that's pretty cool. Yahoo! Alright, what else can we find here? Moving up, I'm going to go straight up this hill here. Straight up this hill. Oh, no, we're not. We're actually going to see if we can find whatever it is there. Not that way. This way seems to be working a little bit better. Over this way, around the tree. I wonder how many times treasure hunters actually donk their heads on trees and branches because they're looking down all the time. Where are you? You're here somewhere. Aha. Right there. Lovely. Diggy, diggy, diggy. Oh, we are only digging shallowly. Ah, yeah, it's another helmet. This one actually looks in better condition. The last one we got of these was worth 180 bucks. If this is in better condition, then it could be worth a bit more. Bit of super goop. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it is in better condition than the previous one. The previous one had a lot of rust on it. Could you imagine actually finding one of these in real life? Look at this. This one's worth twice as much. Its rarity is exceptional. Its condition is good. So I won't read the description out because go and have a look at the previous episode when we found one of these if you want to see the description. But very good condition, worth twice as much as the one that we previously found. Dear me, we've... Okay, around this way. Up this way by the looks of it. This is really exciting. This is really exciting. No more bottle caps. Although I do miss the bottle caps. What's this? Some sort of handcuff or shackle? By the looks of it. That's an interesting find. We haven't found one of these yet. So, old iron handcuffs. Alright. Let's have a squiz. See if we can do an identification. Actually not handcuffs as it turned out, wow, but rather iron leg shackles from the 18th or 19th century Europe. The use of shackles on legs of prisoners or slaves dates back to the early periods of the Stone Age. Beautiful. Wow, so they actually used shackles in the Stone Age, which I would assume would be some sort of kind of ropey type of shackle, I'm guessing, back in the Stone Age. Just another form of tying up prisoners, I think. So let's head up here. I don't think it's that one down there. It may be that one down there, but let's have a look up here first for this item that we are searching for. Based on that photograph. My initial thought was up here, but looking down there, it may actually even be down there, but we shall see. We shall see. Now this looks more like it, I think. Around the back here, that kind of looks more like, yes. So it pays to know your area, doesn't it? Alright, and the more you go around here, the more you would familiarise yourself with the landmarks as well, which is pretty cool. Right there. This is it. I wonder whether we get to sell the... Ah, look at that. That looks like a German helmet. That definitely looks like a German helmet with that insignia on the front, that badge. This is exciting, guys. Is it in good condition? It is definitely a German helmet. World War One, perhaps? Or is it earlier than World War One? Era 19th century, probably. Bavarian army or police from the mid-19th century. Oh, this is in magnificent condition. Look at that. It has all of its colours in as well. Wow. I love this. This is where we need to be able to hang these things inside our office, isn't it? There we go. Priceless. Legendary item, guys. That is awesome. Rarity normal. Metal iron. Condition good, priceless. A Bavarian army spiked helmet as evidenced by the zinc emblem called the Pickelhaube. Originally designed in 1982 by King Frederick William IV of Prussia for the Prussian infantry, it quickly spread throughout Germany and was adapted by the then Kingdom of Bavaria by 1887. It is uncertain where the inspiration for the design came from. If the Germans copied the Russians, if it was parallel invention, or simply being based on the Napoleonic cavalry helmet. What is certain is that the design has quickly become very popular, and by the second half of the 19th century has been adapted not only by nearby countries such as Norway or Sweden, but also by Bolivia, Colombia, Chile, Ecuador, Mexico, and many more. The thing that I found strange about these helmets is they have this massive spike up there. Now, I don't know whether that was some form of weapon or something like that, in regards to, like a rhino, let's do a bull charge or a rhino charge at somebody. I'm not sure of what the use of that was. However, I always found it quite unusual, because if you're trying to hide behind a rock or something like that, and that thing's sticking up, your enemy's going to know where you are. So, look at the detail on that. It's in such good condition. Alright, that is a bonus, guys. That is an absolute bonus. I am so happy about that one. Quest complete the helmet. So we've got the legendary item. We will be able to keep that helmet. We will be able to keep that helmet in our lovely office area. Probably away from the carafes of cognac, but keep it nonetheless. Now look, see that village over there? Well, there's a few houses over there. I wonder whether we actually, it looks like we get to, if you remember rightly, there's some overturned wood and tree logs over in that corner there leading across the water. I reckon we get to go over there at some point. I really hope that we do, like to get to scour the entire lake, and judging by the roads and stuff, I reckon we probably will. So let's head into here and see what else we can find here. Need to earn some more cash while we're out here. Where are we? Oh, there we go. Right there. That's the one. Beautiful. What treasures are we about to find now? Is this a British helmet? A British World War II helmet, perhaps? Yeah, it's World War II. It looks British. Let's see if we can identify this one. It looks kind of desert ratty in that colour, but I can't see how it would be out here. This British helmet is the helmet. This British helmet is the helmet. Steel, Mark I, and was the standard helmet of the British Army at the start of World War II. It is based on the normal Mark I without the asterisks from World War I, and has been introduced in 1938. These usually were refitted World War I models with a new lining and improved chin strap. This particular one, not from 1938, but rather 1940 or 41, and has been used by British units fighting in the North African campaign. There you go, so it is kind of a desert rat's helmet. There you go. Oh, awesome. That's worth $60. Its condition is tolerable. It's rare, and it is made of iron. Ah, that is a score. That is an absolute bonus. What else can we find here? Nothing through there. Keep moving over here. Aha. Up this way here. Yep, over here a little bit. Straight ahead. Alright, so we're starting to uncover some World War II remnants and stuff like that, because we are discovering sort of medium-sized items. Well, this looks like an entire hammer. It is. It is an entire hammer. It looks like it has a chisel on the bottom of it as well. Does this mean that it is a stonemason's hammer, a blacksmith's hammer, or something carpentry-wise with the chisel on the bottom? Alright, Super Goop, identification in progress. It's not in very good condition, so it's probably not going to be worth much, I would say. The chisel looks kind of sharp, doesn't it? Come on, let's identify this thing. The remains of an old steel hammer used in woodworking and general use, most likely early 20th century. Being a recent and common tool, it doesn't represent any significant value. $10 is still a lot better than our $1 stuff. So, oh, look, more. Let's see. I think we're going to have to actually go up on that hill there by the looks of it. Up here maybe. Come on, treasure hunter. Too much cognac. Could not... Oh, I think we've discovered something else while trying to get up there. Here we go. Right there. Okay, got you. There's a bit of a fly buzzing around. Maybe we need to head back to the office and have a shower. Alright, what is this one? This one looks like a wedge. A door wedge. A wedge for woodworking, perhaps. To split things. But it looks more decorative, doesn't it? So, let's give it a goop spray. Okay, our identification went up as we sprayed it. A doorstop made out of steel, early to mid 20th century Europe. Door steps were made out of wood or metal and had a very simple purpose, to hold a door in a certain position, usually to keep it open. It is being placed between the floor and the lower edge of the door, and due to its wedge shape prevents the door from opening or closing. Quite simple, but quite effective. Lovely. All right, look at that, guys. We're going to leave this episode here because we've hit the 15-minute mark, and we've achieved some great things. I think before we leave, we might return to the office and have a look at our legendary helmet sitting in its place of pride in our little office area. I don't know where it's going to be. But being a legendary item, it will be so... Aha! Right there, look at that. It's worthy enough and in good enough condition to warrant sitting on our desk. So that is absolutely fantastic. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hit like if you did and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Lots more content coming out, lots more treasure hunter coming out. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.